So why do we have international law? Well, a lot of people, it's heavily criticized, right? Why, if we've got these domestic legal systems, do we need international law, right? Why do we need these states to start working with each other? Why can't these states just govern themselves? Well, there's a few reasons that you may need international law, right? Or that international law exists. The first one is exploration. So having an international legal system often allows people the freedom to navigate the world. Now, importantly, the freedom to navigate without being subject to restrictions and able to navigate safely. If I'm going to pass through someone's territory, I need to know that I feel safe by these international laws, and that I won't just get murdered, or if I'm on a ship and it's going through someone else's territory, someone else's seas, I need to know that no one's going to come and arrest me. It's very important for exploration. For trade, it's almost essential, and actually, this is one of the fundamental reasons for international cooperation in the first place. If you want to provide essential services to others, right? So say you have this groundbreaking medicine that will cure malaria that's been developed in Germany, yet in Germany there's very, very few cases of malaria. Well, it would make a lot of sense for that medicine to be traded for profit to countries, for example, in Africa, where malaria is still a huge, huge problem. So it's essential for trade, right? And of course, that does mean a lot of people get very, very rich. And then that does mean that they often exploit that for power. However, at least it's my opinion, that international trade and international cooperation has made our world a much better place. Like I said, human cooperation, right? We have international law for humans to cooperate and solve these global problems like poverty and disease, right? Things that us as human beings with a conscience shouldn't allow for other human beings to experience, right? And so the best way to solve these problems is to have all the minds working together. And last but not least, conflict prevention, right? Having international law establishes a type of legal order that prevents people from going to war with each other. Now, domestic law has this, right? It establishes government, and government is able to provide law and order in order to stop people from fighting each other, right? Whether it's groups, whether it's people, doesn't matter. International law needs pretty much the same thing. Now, the problem is when a country goes to war with another country, the effects of this in terms of destruction to life are much, much greater than if a person was just to murder another person. The only victim there really is the person who's murdered. When a country goes to war with another country, bombs start to fly around, there's biological and chemical weapons involved, there's armed militia groups, there's heavy duty machinery, and so there are civilians caught in the crossfire and a bunch of human rights abuses, and people can die and have an awful life afterwards as well. So it's very, very important to stop conflict.